always say that to people, when they start saying something and they begin with something, I say, listen, I don't see any red lights. I'm totally colorblind. I only see green or I see orange. I don't see red. I've got a problem. I'll stick with the orange for 10 years, but I don't see red. I'm actually colorblind. You know what I'm saying? It's your option. Which color do you want to see? You always want to see red? Okay. I can't. I don't see red. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way. There always got to be a way. Even if the price of oil is $28 a barrel today, there's got to be a way. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean there's got to be a way. In general, there's got to be a way. So, one of the reasons why I started the Forum for Women in Leadership is because I went to Mr. Narendra Murthy in 2007. And everybody knows me quite well because of my work for 10 years on best business practices and corporate governance. And at that time I was the regional director of the conference board in India. And I told him I'm going to start this Forum for Women in Leadership. And it's not about women, it's about leadership. Till today nobody gets it. The Forum for Women in Leadership is not about women, it's about leadership. It's about redefining leadership where half the 500 million women can also have a voice. How is it that the photo that Bharti showed us, the slide of Taikon Pune, had only male speakers? How come? How come? How come the voice of 500 million wasn't there? It's just a question. That is why we have to say women in leadership. We can't just be part of the audience. Sometimes we have to be part of the commentary. So Mr. Narendra Murthy told me that, he said, what do you want, Poonam? I said, I want 40 rooms on the Infosys campus in Bangalore, and I would like to use your boardroom. He said, okay, fine. I wrote to 200 people, CEOs in 2007, when nobody knew the word inclusivity, when nobody knew the word diversity, nobody knew the word women, nobody was listening to me. Only Mr. Narendra Murthy listened to me, only. And I started the Forum for Women in Leadership at the Infosys campus in Bangalore, in the boardroom, with Nandan and Mohandas Pai and Mr. Narendra Murthy, and I had 40 women. I think most of them had sent the women because simply it was the Infosys campus, okay, here's a chance to go and for free and stay there. And I still remember, I was so, the conversation was so elementary that till about lunchtime, I then went to Mr. Murthy and I said, what should I do with this conversation? It's, the level is that where, and I want the dialogue to take place at this level. And he led me into a very nice direction and he said, why don't you start doing some research with these people? And I said, okay, and that's when we started getting into rigor and knowledge and putting more knowledge on the table. So, the kind of things that I was talking about at that time was, what is the gap? What is this gender gap? Why is this pyramid inverted? What exactly is the problem? And you can see that where are the women in decision making? In an enterprise, I'm only taking it because this is time, and so you're entrepreneurs, and the board is the key. In an enterprise, the board is the only custodian, which has to take care of its shareholders and stakeholders. Where are the women? And this is a chart, by the way, from 10 years ago, or 8 years ago. It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. If there's anybody who says to me, but Poonam, things are moving, I say, okay, change the chart for me. The chart is the same. Okay, you can put one number here and there, more here, it's the same. Same. How come everything else changes but this chart doesn't change? What is the problem? Those are the questions I was asking. That's part of my story. Part of my story is to ask the questions. I want to ask the right questions. Why is this not changing? That's my story. Why doesn't it change? What is the problem? Can somebody tell me, please? So, hashtag number 2. 20 passionate people are enough. I had only 20 people at that Infosys meeting. This is my hashtag number 2 from my story. You don't need 1,000. I will take 20. It's okay for me. You want to see the mission? You take 20. That's Mr. Narendra Murthy and 20 of us. And there were no mobile phones those days. I was extremely lucky that there was a lady called Nancy Khanna who was able to take a photo. But that said, we need only 20 people. That's all I need. Now, hashtag number 3. what we tried to do was to then, when we found it, and I'm giving it in a very elementary way, you can see it's not easy to move from 20 to 6,000 women, 250 companies, 650 mentees, and write 15 research reports all in 7 years. And I said 650 mentees that I have alone mentored and written 15 research reports and now the book. It sounds easy. It's not easy. You know, it's not easy. You have to be there mentally, 24 hours. Energy, time, passion, knowledge, rigor, everything. You got to be there. So you got to give voice to 500 million women. And so my hashtag number 3 is find your soul sisters. Find them, wherever they are, get them together, coalesce them. Just like I'm sitting with Natasha Desai and from Yogini Pramankar, I'll always have a problem. But these are soul sisters. They've been with me forever. Forever could be 2 years, forever could be 3 years, forever could be 2 minutes. It doesn't matter. Soul sister is soul sister. You got it, you got it. You're going to work, okay, you're going to work. That's it, closed. Those are called soul sisters. Find your soul sisters. Where are they? Get them together. Get them together. Coalesce them. Put the energy together. Not because of me, because of you. You want to get it done. I don't want to get it done. I'm going to get it done anyway without you. The question is whether you want to be part of it or not. I'm going to get it done without you anyway. So, the next thing, the hashtag is knowledge is the difference between good and great. I have no idea what anybody else writes. I know what I write. It's your only difference between good and great. How much knowledge have you got? Exactly like I said, what is the meaning of entrepreneurship? And I didn't come prepared. I just saw that and I said, okay, this is what I really need to ask. Knowledge is the difference between good and great. Knowledge doesn't mean out of a book. Knowledge means knowledge. Whatever, you know, the way the Gita describes knowledge, knowledge is knowledge. It could be hands-on knowledge, it could be, but you've got to be a master. Halfway doesn't work. Either you master it or you don't master it. If you don't master it, you will be good. If you master it, you'll be great. That is the only difference between good and great. Now, how you apply it, how you lead it, how you become a leader with it, how you do things with it is up to you, but first you got to have the knowledge. How to put the money, how to make the business, how to get strategy, how to get people around you. Where's the knowledge? How deep is your knowledge? Is it like the iceberg, where on top you can see nothing, but hey, it goes so deep, don't try to mess around with me. I have the knowledge. Just don't mess around. I'll pull out numbers. This is actually a very simple talk I'm giving you from my point of view. When I want to give a tough talk, I start pulling out numbers. So, this is hashtag number 4. Knowledge is the difference between good and great. That's what I have learned in my story. One of the reasons why people have a lot of difficulty talking to me is they don't have the knowledge. In whatever you want. I'm not saying, I'm saying I'll pull out the knowledge. Whatever you want, I'll try and pull out the knowledge on it. You want to talk about geopolitics? Okay, you want to talk about the coup? Okay, you want to talk about the refugees in Europe? Okay, whatever you want to talk about, I'll pull out my knowledge. I take time to attend to the knowledge rather than doing other things. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying I want to be great, not just good. So, hashtag number 4. Share, and then share some more. Don't keep the knowledge to yourself. Don't. Share it. Share it with as many people as possible. Multiply it. Multiply it. The more you multiply it, the better it gets. You know, I'm not a big one on intellectual property of, for example, medicines which are life-saving drugs. No, not a good idea. Share it. You have to share the knowledge. So, you know, this is the other thing I've done. The more I have shared with 650 mentees, and Natasha is one of our mentees in 7 years, has made me richer. That's my story. I have so much knowledge because I'm listening 24 hours. I can get up on stage and make an extempore speech like this without even knowing. I have no idea what I'm going to say today because I've shared so much. I will just think, okay, this is what I'm going to share. Okay, that's what I'm going to share. Just share and then share some more. And then share some more. There's no end to it. It will just grow better the more you share it. I will stop for a few moments and see if you have any questions.
By knowledge,
You
what
need
do
a
you
mic.
mean?
Do you want the?
I think I'll be audible.
Okay. Can you hear Bharti at the back there?
Can you hear me?